All right, Major. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. We have
Glad to be back.
a returning guest.
Do we?
We do.
Returned.
Jacob, welcome back.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah.
Wow. It's been a minute once again.
It has.
But hey,
We're here.
we're here.
Yeah, I kind of wish you guys had posted more because it would have been nicer. Because I was on my, I listened to like the last 4 episodes on the drive down and back from San Antonio.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was.
True fan.
Well, no,
I
he
actually
always
did.
has been. I think he's listened to every single episode.
Probably not every, but I probably listened to more than anybody else.
No, actually, I think Brett will take you to the table.
Oh, yeah, actually, probably will.
I think Brett has.
But of everybody that lives with us, or all the Pledge Brothers, I probably have listened more.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
And I might have been lacking the last couple of weeks, but I actually.
Well, no, it's not your fault. I mean, we just haven't been able to get in the studio.
This is true.
So.
But that's how I know all about Major's foray into cryptocurrency.
And now my new foray into cryptocurrency.
Yeah, you told me about that last night.
No, it wasn't last night. It was Sunday night.
That wasn't last night.
No, it was not last night.
My days get jumbled together.
Well, that's okay. You got a bear fact, though?
I do have a bear fact. The largest polar bear ever recorded in history was 1,000 kilograms, which means he was about 2,200 pounds.
Oh, a full ton.
That's
Big boy.
That's a 1-ton truck.
A 1-ton bear. All right.
They're fast, too. That's what's scary.
Yeah. I mean, a bear that size, I don't know how fast it could actually be.
I just think if you took a bear that size and got it moving fast enough, you could probably punch a hole through an asteroid, right, Brant?
Now, if it was moving at the speed of light.
We had an argument on the way over here, Major, about how
Okay,
fast
so
you could
there was a
move.
stupid question. Like, it really
It's
was.
not stupid.
It was
You're just mad that you realize that I'm right.
No, it was a stupid question.
No, it's not.
Lay it on me.
So basically, Jacob was asking me. We basically
Okay, the premise is stupid.
we hopped in my truck, and basically the first thing out of his mouth, actually, we saw someone on a Lime scooter go right in front of me because I came to the stop sign and I was ready to go, but then this guy on a scooter just kind of kept going. I was all right, I'll just let you go. And then Jacob had a comment like, he's kind of a larger human being, so
Just say he's fat.
Okay.
Just say he's fat.
and that's a tough force to stop.
Okay,
I mean,
I made a joke that he would have put a dent in the vehicle.
he probably would have. I mean,
Well, anyone would have put a dent in the vehicle.
exactly. It doesn't matter who it is, but like,
The point is, my question was, how fast would you have to get somebody moving on a Lime to just go straight through the truck?
to go straight to the truck. But no, but then you start asking like, then it got to if something was small enough and it was moving at the speed of light.
It'll go right through it.
No, but it could go right through. I don't know. No, actually,
Yeah, it would go right through something, and it probably wouldn't take a lot of damage itself.
It
And you were saying that it would get destroyed, but that's not true.
no, it's okay. So it transformed into a spaceship. So we're talking about like if you had a spaceship traveling at the
And you
speed
were
of
thinking
light.
about like the Challenger, like spaceship, not like. And then I explained to him,
Like how big is the spaceship? That's
don't know.
that's the whole point.
you know what I'm thinking about? You know what was going through my mind when I was thinking spaceship? I was thinking the Mon Calamari cruisers from Star Wars. You know the way they're like oval, like they like. You know what I'm talking about?
I played like Lego Star Wars
That sound like-
once in 8th grade.
That sound like the beagle in that one video. Like that whole sound. You know what I'm talking
Never mind. I'm not
about?
gonna,
You know what I'm talking about?
isn't that a Wookiee?
No, like
I think I know what video you're talking
but
about.
they're oval shaped, and they just make like a weird sound whenever they go by. They sound like menacing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, they sound like a dog howling. But if something of that size was traveling at the speed of light and it ran into anything of substantial equal or more mass, it would get destroyed.
Okay, well, if it's equal mass, then maybe. But that's not the point. It's
So you're
also
saying it was going at the speed of light. I mean, they would both get destroyed.
okay, see, it all depends. Because here's my point, Major. If I take like a bullet and I throw the bullet at you, it doesn't
Yeah, it's not
do
gonna do shit.
anything.
Right.
But if I fire the bullet at you, it goes through you. And if it's a big
But
enough
it's not
bullet,
traveling at the speed of light, though.
It's traveling
but
fast
if
enough.
it was going the speed of light, it would go through you even easier, even faster, and there'd be even more damage.
Yeah, that bullet would tear a hole through your body if it was moving at the speed of
It'd
light.
probably explode if it was moving at the speed of light.
Yeah.
But
I saw this one thing about like there was this tiny piece of plastic like the size of my thumbnail and it was traveling like 18,000 miles per hour through space and it hit an asteroid and destroyed the asteroid just because it was
a piece of plastic.
Yeah, there's hang on.
Yeah, pull that up, please.
Oh God, I don't even know how to begin to look for this.
Piece of plastic destroys asteroid.
Let's go with that.
But are you sure it's a piece of plastic? It was like a.
I do know it was a piece of plastic.
Okay.
Also, it's worth noting that asteroid has a lot of. It doesn't. You might be thinking, Brant,
What?
an asteroid like
Well, no. I mean, an asteroid could be. I mean,
it could be the size of this room or smaller.
yeah, or it could be the size of my fist. So.
Yeah.
I looked that up, and it's talking about a bunch of planetary defense and the environment. How to destroy an asteroid. Let's see.
Actually brings up a separate kind of thing about. You guys heard about Starlink? Starlink.
What kind of Starlink?
It's Elon Musk's Starlink. SpaceX is like Starlink.
I've probably heard a little bit about it.
Because what they're doing is they're firing up like small little satellites and trying to make the internet like.
Oh yeah, global internet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
That'd be cool.
It's really cool, but then if you're firing up enough of those things, see the thing that I don't understand, and I probably just don't know enough about it, but space garbage. Did you ever see Wall-E?
Yeah, and there's also a TED Talk that I listened to, but it wasn't really a TED Talk. It was a UT sponsored TED Talk, basically, and they brought on a couple astronomers, and one of their bits for about 25 minutes was about how much garbage is in space. About like 90% of what's in space that's orbiting Earth isn't actually being used. It's just old stuff. It's just sitting up there, and it's hard to fire up satellites. It's hard to put up anything because how much clutter there is in the atmosphere. And yeah, I mean, if you want to make Starlink global internet,
It just seems super complicated. Like,
yeah, no,
this
it's
is why I'm not an engineering major, let alone a freaking aerospace engineering major.
and this is what I was talking to Major about. I want to say a couple of weeks ago. If you fired up like a private company was like, okay, pay us X amount of money, we will put like a dumpster basically in space with a claw on it, and it'll just pick up all the old satellites and bring it back.
There's like a movie that was like, I'm fairly certain it was like it's like on Netflix, I think. I can't remember the name of it, where that's like the whole premise.
Is that they clean up space garbage?
It's like in the future, and like they're called like junkers or something, and they pick up space garbage. Yeah, I didn't watch it because it looked horrible.
I mean, yeah, it probably is a horrible movie, but the idea is
You know, it wasn't a horrible movie. No Time to Die.
No Time to Die was not a horrible movie.
It's a really good movie. I like that movie a lot.
Anyways, but this is the same premise. So, I mean, like, I feel like at some point it is inevitable that there's a future where that happens, where we have to clean up the space junk in space.
Or we just leave Earth.
But
This
the,
place.
You do what Bezos wants us to do, and all get on like very large satellites and just leave forever.
just leave forever, never come back.
No, he seriously wants like every human to like not be on Earth.
Really?
Yeah, you can
Has
look
he
it
said
up.
that?
Yeah,
He's literally said that.
yeah. Look it up. I'm not kidding. Look up like Jeff Bezos like space plans or something.
In the meantime, did you know that the last time every human was on Earth was like 1967 or 69 or something like that? Ever since the International Space Station opened, there's always been at least one person in space since it opened.
Do you see what I'm talking about, Brant?
That's your
That's your space fact.
Space.
facts.
I like space facts.
Space facts is a good
I think
idea.
you'll eventually run out of bear facts, and you can. I think the next step is space facts.
Space facts.
I mean, we've done 54 bear facts. So
75.
And then once you're out of space facts on like episode 2 trillion, I think you could probably start doing underwater like deep sea facts.
I mean,
Marine facts.
and that would go on forever. But I feel like there's an infinite number of space facts.
Did
No,
you find what I was talking about?
well, no. The first thing that comes up is Jeff Bezos' space company Blue Origin unveiled its plan for a private space station called Orbital Reef, which expects to deploy between 2025 and 2030. Describes the Orbital Reef Station, which would be
just look up this. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like look up Jeff Bezos trillions of humans in space. I think that
trillions.
it was like part of the article that I remember reading. It's just,
I don't know that there will ever be trillions of humans.
yes, there will.
No.
God bless.
We're probably all going to die before we get there.
Probably some weird disease.
Yeah. In space, Bezos says we could have 1 trillion humans in the solar system and it still wouldn't be crowded.
Told you.
There could be 1,000 Mozarts and Einsteins. Yeah, there's an infinite number of people you could fit in space, but then
It's a lot of sex. That's a lot of sex.
yeah, it's a lot of
Never
sex,
enough.
but also at the same time, what what is life? Like, what is that? What is that life? You're just on a space station.
Well, see, that actually brings up a very good point, which is there even a reason to colonize space? Under the assumption that like we have everything on our planet and everything's fine, which it's not. But
so the Wally world, where you just have a spaceship full of
Right.
billions of people.
what's
Actually,
the
not
point of
billions.
What's the point of conquering like the galaxy, for instance? Like what's the point?
Aliens.
I get defending yourself, I guess.
I would say the point of conquering the galaxy. Did you say conquer?
Yeah, like why as like a species, instead of like, let's say your technology is advanced enough to where like you could play like the best video games and like go into like some virtual world, or you could, I don't know, name any other activity that isn't like
Space related.
space related. Why would you choose to conquer the
The universe.
universe as opposed to just like playing golf all day? Assuming that you don't have to conquer the universe to like survive. Like if you can survive and do other things and maybe find happiness, why would you conquer the rest of the galaxy or something?
I guess that would be like niche, person to person. I would love to explore the galaxy. I would love to go find
Well,
another
explore
planet.
is different than conquer, but yeah, I agree
That
with
is
you there.
true.
That should be cool.
I mean, our technology would have to be way more advanced to send someone further out in the solar system because
I mean, technically, we can't really go out that far because we're not capable of withstanding light speed movement.
well, of course not. I mean, even to make something that could travel at the speed of light is also incredibly difficult. Also, Jacob, your phone lowered a little bit. So we've also found out that our phones are EMPs to the mics,
Really?
except for mine. For whatever reason.
Because he has a 12.
No, mine's an 11.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, mine was doing that. That's horrible. What is that?
The phones will EMP the mic, so just keep your phone away from the mic. Let's see. Time to, even if you wanted to get to Neptune,
Dude, Neptune's far away.
it would take, I mean, what we have, Voyager 2 took 12 years.
It's quick.
Velocity was 20 kilometers a second.
And you're telling me if that hits the side of your truck, no matter
Moving at 12 kilometers, that's like what?
your truck's gone, bud.
14 miles, 13
I don't
miles.
care how Ford tough your truck is.
It's probably about 13,
It's gone.
12, 13 miles a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it would obliterate my truck. It'd also obliterate Voyager 2.
Yeah.
That was my whole point. So if you want to explore space, to get to Neptune, I mean, Neptune is the last planet, because Pluto doesn't count.
Yeah.
Neptune's the last planet in our solar system. 12 years with our current capabilities.
Well, wouldn't it not be our current capabilities? Wouldn't be those the
'cause Voyager 2,
capabilities
that was-
from 12 years ago?
Yeah, Voyager 2, that was in 1989. So, I mean, but could we send something to Neptune faster than 13 miles a second?
Yeah, probably.
42,000 miles an hour?
Probably you could probably throw a baseball faster.
Yeah, if I was in space, it just kept accelerating.
Just be confident.
I want to see what our current capabilities are. Like, how fast can we actually travel in space? How would you say that was a current? Okay, actually, there's a
I
new,
honestly think they're more concerned with like getting the space parts back than how fast they're going.
because I think there's a Europa probe.
Okay, so space is just an infinite vacuum. Like there's zero air out there. I wonder this. So like if you were to take your astronaut helmet off, you would suffocate obviously, but there are other things you'll see in movies or video games where they take their mask off and they explode or something.
That's not true.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't happen. You would just, and it's also cold. It's like negative something. I don't know.
You don't think you'd explode? Wouldn't like all of the air from inside your body?
Yeah, but it gets sucked out, but then you wouldn't explode. You would just shrivel.
Facts.
You would just decompress
Yeah.
as the vacuum sucks all the life out of you.
Yeah, you're probably right because whenever, yeah, actually no, you are right because whenever Leia was out in space, she like managed to come back in. So like that's probably how it works.
I think Star Wars got that on point.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I would say. I don't think they've ever done anything that didn't make sense.
Okay, so NASA's solar probe becomes the fastest object ever built as it touches the sun. The fastest human-made object to travel in space was 244,000 miles an hour.
Break that down to per second, please.
Why does that matter?
Just divide it by 360.
Okay. I'm not going to do that in my mind.
Sorry, 3,600. My bad.
Okay, so there you go.
Quick math.
There you go. Mental math is sexy. So, closest spacecraft to the sun was 11 million miles before it, I guess it burnt up.
67 miles per second, Brent.
67 miles per second?
Yeah, that's how fast it was moving.
You could be at Lubbock in 5 seconds.
60.
What a use for something that could move that fast. Hey guys, we get to Lubbock like really quick. We don't want to be anywhere else.
Yeah. It's okay.
EMP.
I know.
That actually makes up a very important question. What is coming off of our phones that is triggering this mic?
Bluetooth? Wi-Fi?
Some kind of frequency.
Cell?
Probably the chip that Bill Gates put in there.
Yeah, Bill Gates. But I mean,
Do y'all think the idea of a weather machine is possible?
Like what kind of?
There are different ideas of them. Have you seen a movie called Geostorm?
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that stung.
That was the worst. That was the worst it's ever been.
I don't know what that was. My phone's in my pocket.
There's this movie called Geostorm where,
Okay.
just to completely ruin the movie, they have this gigantic contraption set up like that circles Earth. It's like a sphere that's bigger than Earth that basically has a bunch of solar panels on it that will...
I'm trying. I'm really trying. We're struggling. Is it me? Is it? I don't...
Wait, oh.
I think it might be Jacob's mic. I don't know.
I don't have anything near me.
Yeah, it's Jacob's mic, but I don't know what it would be. It's okay. Anyways, let's just move on. You talking about Geostorm?
You still hear me? Okay, good.
They basically just have this giant contraption of like solar panels all the way around the Earth, and they can just, from this computer, control. They can make it blizzard here, or they can make it sunny over here.
Yeah, I've heard the premise.
Do y'all think that is possible?
Probably. No.
How? Like, what would you? How would you manipulate the atmosphere?
Right, I don't know, but the point is, if I assume any rate of technological advancement over the next 1,000 years, I imagine the next 1,000 years they'll figure out how to do something like that.
Control the weather?
Yeah. What if we just turn the entire Earth into the inside?
Like flip it inside out?
No, we just make in like there's no more outside, there's only inside.
We just burrow.
So you basically just put a capsule, a dome around the planet?
That's kind of what they did in that movie, when you think about it.
Yeah. The Simpsons.
Yeah. Dome Depot.
All I'm saying is that the Simpsons movie, I know it wasn't supposed to make sense, but why didn't they just dig out?
They could have
I
very...
don't understand. Like they didn't have any shovels to just dig. I don't know.
There was a shovel shortage in Springfield.
Clearly.
But then there was also the sink trap in the sand pit. That's how they got out.
Well, that's how the Simpsons got out. But apparently they were the only ones with that.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I know. I haven't seen it so long either, but somehow I still remember most
Do
of
you
it.
remember that part where it goes to be continued, and then it goes immediately?
Yes.
I remember I was probably like, I don't know. Was it? You think?
I was probably in like 5th grade.
I was not old, and I remember seeing that and being like, dang it.
And then it just keeps
And then
going.
it keeps going. I was like, yes.
Okay, so anyways, back to the whole Neptune question.
2007.
So what'd you say? 63 miles a second?
67.
67 miles a second? And then the Neptune probe was traveling at... Wait, what? No, I was looking for Voyager 2. Oops. Voyager 2 was traveling at... Give me some more information. What the heck?
Oh my god.
Okay, so it was traveling at...
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off real quick. The Simpsons movie 2 is a 2022 American 3D computer animated comedy movie.
So they're going to make another one.
It's going to be a sequel to the first one.
They're gonna put a dome around the dome.
They probably will. Okay, so Voyager 2 in 1989 was traveling, like I said, like 13, 14 miles a second.
Yeah.
And then the fastest probe ever built by humans traveled at 67.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's also going towards the sun, so it's probably being accelerated by the sun's gravity. So I'm sure a probe traveling, here, I'll mute you. It's okay. You can take your phone call. Anyways,
Yep. So it's
so a probe traveling at what 13 miles a second going towards Neptune in 1989 is going to be fighting the sun's gravitational pull versus a probe that's going straight at the sun.
I mean, if it's going straight at the sun's pulling.
Exactly. So the sun's helping accelerate it, but then when it's going towards Neptune,
It's going to slow it down.
it's going to decelerate. I mean, the sun's going to pull on it, so it'd be harder to go just as fast. But also, you know, when did that happen? The fastest space probe, NASA solar probe becomes the fastest.
I mean, it's basically the law of inertia, man.
Oh, that was recent. That was recently. Are you back, Jacob?
Yeah, I returned.
Okay. Was that Henry?
That was Henry, and then Armand tried to call me in the middle of it, and I don't actually have Armand's number saved anymore because my phone got stolen. And
Oh yeah, you should tell that story.
I actually should tell that story, but I don't have his phone anymore. So, but you know how nowadays your phone tries, if you don't have like a phone number saved, it like tries to almost guess at who's
Maybe
calling
this
you.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like, maybe
So it says-
Armand.
So it says maybe Altaz Jivraj, and I was like, that's just Armand. I don't know who Altaz is. Probably his dad, but yeah, I guess I'll just tell that story. It's not that much of a story, to be honest with you, because it was just
Yeah, raise your mic a little bit.
Oh.
You're fine.
like that.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I don't know if you knew this, Major, but when I went to ACL like weekend one.
This year?
Yeah, this year. And I didn't go to day one, but I went to days 2 and 3. So the second day, so day 2, so the first day that I was there.
So Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I should have said. We go, we see a couple artists, and then we're at Alice in Wonderland, who I'd never
Never heard of him.
heard of her, I think.
I know of the movie.
I never heard of her before. She's like an EDM artist. And I went with Nicole and her friends, and they wanted to go mosh, which I'm not partial to, but some people like, so I get it. So we go in there, we're packed in, and when like we get pushed, I gotta like fall back. So I fall back, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, and then I go down to my
You try and
Pockets.
grab pockets.
I'm like, no way. Like, no way. And I guess in that like 2 seconds that I'd gotten pushed, someone had just slipped their hand into my. What's funny is I'd actually, out of like slight paranoia, put my keys and my wallet in Nicole's backpack. Should have just put my phone in there. I don't know why I didn't do that, but
I feel like a mosh pit would be really easy to pickpocket people.
see, that's
Yeah, 'cause, like-
actually I was not the only one. So after everything was over, we were there, and there was like 10, 12 other people there who'd all gotten pickpocketed like that same place. And I went over to the police just to tell them, because I don't expect them to be able to do anything, but
Yeah.
say, hey, add me to your statistic. And they're like, yeah, we've had like 250 phones stolen tonight.
250 phones.
And you can actually, there's a maybe like a KView or KXIN article about, they caught some of those guys actually. It's very possible that my phone is currently sitting at like APD somewhere, and I just don't care about it. It was like an iPhone 7.
Oh,
it was
okay,
so
yeah,
old.
you're fine.
I just bought a new one. I was already going to buy a new one. And this was just like the reason I had to. But so what makes this story kind of interesting is at the same time that I'd gotten my phone stolen, Henry,
Yeah.
he also got his phone stolen at a different concert, like still at ACL,
Just a different stage.
but a different stage,
Wow.
same time. And I remember Max texts Nicole saying like, "Hey, heads up, don't try to call Henry, like his phone got stolen." And she texts back, "Hey, Jacob also got his phone stolen." So it's just like, oh my God. I remember I made so many jokes that night because I honestly didn't care. The phone was so old. I already tried to trade it in. Like, no one would give me any money for it. And I was like, whatever.
And so you went out, Sunday morning and got a new phone?
Yeah.
And then went to day 3?
And I went to day 3. I did not bring my phone to day 3.
You left your phone. Yeah.
I deliberately was like, I am not doing. I don't care. I don't care how inconvenient that might be. I refuse to get my phone stolen again. And I actually caught some of those guys, and I don't remember how many phones were recovered. They might have my phone. APD might.
You should just check just to see. It might be worth like what, $50?
Maybe. Yours certainly is, even though you left it in my apartment for like
A year. Yeah. But my screen's also smashed, and the backside's also cracked, so there's really no point. I mean, it's just salvage parts.
The
I
one
just
you
didn't
dropped
even.
the one you just dropped the guitar on.
Yes, when I dropped my guitar on my phone.
He like brought it over to our apartment one time like a year ago, and you just forgot it there, and no one remembered that it was just sitting on the underside of that coffee table, and we were moving in. I was like, oh, here's Brant's phone.
Yeah, it literally sat there for a calendar year.
Yeah, so I would I give it back to you whenever we moved into our new place?
Yeah, I have
think I
it.
did, yeah.
Yeah, I have it. It's my drawer.
I got a question for y'all. Everyone has definitely heard about it. How do y'all feel about Astroworld?
What I've heard is that a bunch of people have been injured and several people have died.
Yes. The youngest was 9 years old.
A 9-year-old child died at Astroworld.
And their parents are trying to sue Travis Scott, which I don't understand that logic.
It's not his fault.
You let your 9-year-old son go, and with the same thing, he's not the only one trying to sue Travis Scott. There are plenty of families trying to sue
all these
him,
people whose like family members have died. I'm sure they're trying to sue Travis Scott, but it's not Travis Scott's fault.
He didn't do that.
He didn't do it. So then there would have to be they'll shut down
They're going to go
Astroworld.
after the biggest guy no matter what. They're not going to sue Travis Scott's event planning guy.
Right.
They're
So
just going to go after Travis Scott.
right, and then the charges are going to get dropped. They're going to throw it out because they know it's not Travis Scott's fault, but Astroworld is going to get shut down for some time until they can redo.
I mean, something needs to happen, and there probably is some. Like 8 people died at a concert. Like, come on,
Getting trampled.
there's
it's
something.
trampling?
Yes,
People
they got-
falling down and getting stepped on.
Clearly, there was something wrong with this event because that doesn't happen at ACL. People get hurt, people fall down, people don't get trampled. And you hear some of the stories from this event. Like, it seems to me like they might have oversold or overestimated the amount of people that could safely be there.
Yeah, I also do know there were at least 500 people that snuck in. So there's
It's
some
just like-
overcrowding.
It's just like, come on, guys, like you gotta.
Yeah, they're going to have to change the rules. That can't happen. So Travis Scott, he's not going to get sued, but
I don't think that they're gonna. I mean, they might get some money out of. They're getting some money out of. You should.
Yeah.
You should not die at a concert.
no, you shouldn't. And they're going.
Although I think some of them. I think that there was a lot of drug related stuff there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
So-
no doubt.
But obviously, the 9-year-old
Yeah, it did not.
was not. So
But then it's also really easy to trample a 9-year-old. I mean, just think about it.
I mean, I feel like most of the people that got trampled were 5 feet, 5'6".
But then what is a 9-year-old doing in a mosh pit?
I think you are right. I think the solution is just be 6'3".
Yeah, just be taller.
Just be bigger.
Not to get really dark and gruesome, but like imagine you're getting trampled to death and the last thing you hear is, "It's lit."
Yeah, what a way to go. Just straight up Nirvana at that point.
I don't know if I mentioned this story, but I know Major knows about it because he was there. Halloween night. No, it wasn't Halloween night. It was the 30th. It was a Halloween party on that Saturday. And we went to a friend's place. Major was there. My older brother, Ben, and David and Sam both came.
Yeah,
They were both there.
I brought 2 friends.
David, Salad, and Sam. And when we were there, it was nice. It was kind of a cool party. There was a lot going on, handful of people, plenty to do, plenty to talk to. Had a good time. But while I was there, I was talking to some people, and there's this one girl who I enjoyed talking to. She was fun to talk to, and she was quasi flirting with me. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I saw her throughout the night, but then there's this one point when I was talking to her that one of her friends basically gets in between us and quote unquote rescues her from the conversation that we were having. And I was looking, as I thought for a second, they just left together. I was like, that was weird. Why did that just happen? And so then I go over to another girl who I'd met earlier in the night, who's super friendly, who knows both of them. And I go, why did that just happen? Why did her friend basically just rescue this girl from our conversation? She looks at me and she goes, she's gay. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, she's gay. Like she doesn't like guys. She likes girls. And I was like, well, she could have told me that. I mean, why was she?
Oh, are you saying you would not have wanted to speak to her?
Well, no. I'm just saying, like, I know, like she was like flirting with me. Like she was, and sure, maybe I was.
I don't think she was flirting with you.
No, but like, but she was. But she was.
I don't know. Maybe she's just friendly. I don't know.
That was the first time that's ever happened to me before.
Really? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, really? You think so?
Man, you just don't understand it. Every girl that talks to Brant, like, they're all just sending him signals, and he just...
But then that's the thing, though. Like, halfway through the conversation, they're just like, you know what? I'm gay now. So...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what,
you're the one doing it.
Yeah. No, I'm the catalyst.
They're like, wait a second. This guy has made me dislike men so much that I'm going to flip.
Yeah, she just flipped in the middle of the conversation. No, she probably didn't. But...
Obviously not.
Yeah, that was odd. It was an interesting experience. I don't know. That's never happened before, but I had a good time. I had a good time that night, regardless. But anyways, back to what I was trying to say earlier. The fastest probe ever built by humans, the one I was talking about that was traveling at 67 miles per second.
Uh-huh.
That was recent. That was recently. It launched in 2018.
Uh-huh.
And then in 2020 of February, it broke those records. It broke the record of 67 miles per second. So that's basically where humankind is at right now. But that's also going towards the sun. So then something going away from the sun is not going to be able to go 67 miles per second. So we're in the ballpark of that right now. That's where we're at. And I would say, you know what, a long distance journey like going to Neptune, burning that much fuel, that much resources, trying to go that fast is probably not sustainable.
Efficient?
Yeah, efficient or sustainable.
That's why you just gotta get a wormhole, bro.
Or we can just get the Spice Girls.
Oh my god.
What are the Spice Girls going to do?
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said the Spice Girls.
I want to get the spice from
Dune.
Dune.
Major, have you seen Dune?
Have not.
Yeah. Well, Brant's seen it
Twice.
Four times over.
I've seen it twice. I've seen
Five
it
times over.
I've seen it one time through and then one time halfway through.
I don't know that it's worth rewatching, to be honest with you.
I've heard it's a very, very long movie.
It's
It's
not
very long, and it's not that good. It was good.
It's like two and a half hours, something like that. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh, actually, did y'all hear about, or have y'all seen anything about Marvel Eternals?
I heard it's
I heard
bad.
it flopped.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. I had 6 friends go, and they were all like, "No, it wasn't it."
That's so sad because it was like so hyped up.
It was.
Like
And
this,
Angelina Jolie flopped.
this applies to basically every movie you ever watched. You can see the trailer for the movie, and you can almost know immediately, like halfway through the trailer, this movie's not going to be good.
I didn't actually.
And I
feel
got
that
that.
way.
And I got that.
You
I
did, really?
got that from Eternals.
I didn't get that from Eternals.
I did. I knew, like,
I don't know because I maybe I don't have the instinct like you do because I saw the Ant-Man trailers and was like, that thing's gonna stink.
no, I mean,
And they were good.
yeah, they were good. I think I forget what gave me that feeling about the trailer, but I think it was just like the plot that they were trying to establish through the trailer did not add up, and I was like, this ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, it seemed to jump around.
Yeah. So, anyways,
But also, the Eternals have been around. Apparently, they've been around before every other superhero. They've always been around throughout the Marvel comics.
once they start, wait, have the Eternals like the comics? There's Eternals comics.
Yeah, from the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
They're going phase 4 of Marvel just started with Shang-Chi. I saw that. Shit was good.
I don't know what the phases are, and I don't really care as long as the movies are good. It doesn't matter. But
Endgame ended phase 3.
yeah.
It's kind of just like new characters, new superheroes, new actors.
Endgame was the last good Marvel movie
See, I'm actually concerned because
that I've seen.
if Eternals isn't good, I don't know. I really want No Way Home
No Way Home's gonna be
to
good.
be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I feel like it'd be hard for it not to be good because it's still Tom Holland and it's still Zendaya, but
Haven't seen the first 2.
they're
Really?
they're so good.
You gotta watch them.
Dude, I've seen like 3 Marvel movies.
They're so good.
You have to watch. No, like actually though, like I think
But I asked some friends about this, and I said, should I watch more Marvel before I watch the Homecoming and then whatever the other one after that is, or whatever. They said they link up with the Marvel timeline, so it's good to know Marvel.
Yeah, but you can watch them independently. They're not really.
I would say, Major, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies thus far are on par with the first 2 Tobey Maguire movies.
You didn't like the third one?
It wasn't that good. I
With
think,
Venom?
yeah, I don't think that one was as good. The first 2 were definitely the best ones. But
Wait, you didn't like the third Tobey Maguire?
Venom Sandman movie, no, I didn't think it was
You didn't
that.
like the dance that he does?
I didn't
What?
care for the dance. What do you do, cry? What does he say? Oh, are you going to cry? Or something like that.
Have you ever seen like the edit on YouTube where they like remove the song from that? So just was like,
Yeah, I've seen
like a psychotic man walking down the road, just doing that outside of like a.
Yeah, I didn't care for that movie that much. But the first 2 ones were really good. And so, yeah, definitely watch the Tom Holland movies because I think this one that's coming out this holiday season is going to be really, really good.
What do you think about Hawkeye? You think Hawkeye's gonna be good? I'm excited. I love Haley Steinfeld. So
I like his character. I like Jeremy Renner. Will it be a good movie? I don't know.
I think Haley Steinfeld's a great actress. So I think it should be good.
Jerry Seinfeld?
Haley Steinfeld, yeah.
Okay.
She also has like music, which probably will not be relevant, but
Thought you were about
she's
to
pretty
say.
cool.
Something I saw recently was There Will Be Blood. You've heard of that?
No.
Daniel Day-Lewis about the oil miner.
Oh, you know what?
When he won
Actually,
the-
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it on Netflix a million times, and I've never watched it.
When he won the Academy Award. Paul Thomas Anderson directed it. Really good movie. Really good. It's also really long, but it's also really good. But anyways,
How do y'all feel about Harry Styles becoming a superhero?
He's a superhero?
he's in Eternals.
No, he's not.
Yeah, in Eternals.
He's not an Eternal. He's the movie after Eternals. At the end of Eternals, it shows like the end credit scene that gives a sneak peek at the next movie. He's a sneak peek in the next movie or something like that.
Harry Styles is a superhero?
Yeah, he's going to be a superhero.
I mean, I don't know. Good for him.
I mean, that's a huge publicity move. I can see why they would do it, but like, I don't think he fits a superhero role.
I feel like people said the same thing about what's his name? Who played the Joker?
Oh,
Heath
Jack
Ledger?
Law or
Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger.
oh,
People were all super doubtful about him too.
But then also people are super doubtful about Robert Pattinson. I think he's going to be a really,
Ooh, yeah,
really
I
good
saw-
Batman.
I saw
He's going to be a really
Batman.
Yeah, he's going to be really good. I'm telling you. Also, you know who Paul Dano is?
No.
I think the name rings a bell.
He was in Prisoners. He was like the odd kid that Hugh Jackman basically. I don't want to ruin the movie because it's such a good movie.
I don't think I've seen all the way through Prisoners.
He was in Let There Be Blood. Anyways, if you saw his face, you'd recognize him. He is going to be the Riddler in that movie.
Ooh,
Oh.
So the Riddler is coming back in that movie.
have not seen the Riddler in a while.
I think
Isn't the Penguin in that movie? Like I think all the Batman villains.
Colin Farrell is going to be the Penguin.
The last time the Riddler was in a movie, it was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's the last Riddler.
I think he plays a good Riddler. Jim Carrey's easily one of my favorite actors. He's so versatile.
Yeah,
Just goofy.
yeah. Man,
We might need to head out here soon, bro.
you think?
It's Tuesday night. Jacob's got shit to do.
Well, I know we want to go hang out. And
Well,
then-
no, actually, we are trying to go to the UT basketball game.
Who are they playing tonight?
Houston Baptist. Like it's not like a big game, but it's like the first home one.
HBU
So plus we play Gonzaga.
in less than a week.
Wait, we play Gonzaga?
Yeah.
I think we play Gonzaga here.
No.
Oh,
We're
we don't.
playing them in Spokane. Yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
get shit wiped by them.
I don't know. We're ranked like 5th right now.
Really?
Yeah. Our team apparently is very, very good, but they say the same thing about our football team every year. So.
Yeah.
Bro, every year, 3 games into the season. Next year Texas is going to do
Next
it.
year. Don't worry, guys.
It's always next year. It's always next year. I'm excited for Dune too. I know you keep
Dude.
keep shitting on it, but you said it's okay. Or actually, no, you said it was better than okay, but it's not great. I think
Good.
I thought
It's
it
not
was
worth watching 2 times in a week.
okay. I watched it 1.5 times in 2 weeks.
Week and a half.
It's been out for 2 weeks. It came out. late October.
It's been more than wait.
It's not worth watching that many times.
Well, no, it is worth watching
It's
that many
worth the
times.
one.
No,
I've watched it. I literally watched it 2 times because I watched it with you guys. And I was
Yeah.
sitting there like,
and I sat down basically right when you did. I sat down right before you did.
first of all, Zendaya's not even in the movie that much, so I'm already upset. That's the only reason I actually cared.
I don't think that she's going to have a really huge role to play whenever the second one comes out, which the studio just greenlit the second Dune movie because they weren't sure. I don't know if I talked to you about this. I think I talked to Max about it. When the opening weekend, the budget, I think, for the movie was $165 million, and it basically broke even the first weekend, and then the studio wasn't sure if they were going to greenlight a second movie, and then now they're up to like $336 million or $340 million, so they basically doubled their money, so the studio greenlit the second movie, and they'll start filming this upcoming summer, so summer 2022.
Do you think the budget's going to be bigger or less than the first one?
Bigger. It'll definitely be bigger.
Bigger.
Just because a lot of the actors that they're going to bring back and actresses are going to probably demand a bigger salary, and they're also probably going to want to go bigger for a second movie.
Yeah, and then you think about here's the problem that I think Dune has. Who are they gonna get?
They can get whoever they want.
Yeah, they can, but they just killed off. They killed off Jason Momoa.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. It's okay.
It's not a spoiler.
No, it's not. It's whatever. Anyways,
If you're listening to this point, then like, come on, you know this is gonna happen.
I mean,
Major, you've seen it, right? No. Oh,
it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like if you were gonna watch Dune, you probably would have watched it by now. I mean,
I don't watch a whole lot of movies.
because like I think this is like the first real movie that you can watch at home, or you really don't have to go to a movie theater. You can see it opening day from your couch. That's how I saw it because it's on HBO Max.
That's cool.
So basically, if you have like the full premium HBO Max, you can just watch it from home. And also, that's part of the reason why they didn't make as much money opening weekend is because so many viewers didn't actually go to the theater. They watched on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how they get paid through that. Like how much one view is worth.
I don't know if it works that way. I think HBO Max probably paid the studio that owns the rights to the movie.
Some kind of contract.
So yeah, some kind of
yeah, that's how that works. And then they just basically do that under the assumption that more people will sign up just to sign up for the service just to
watch it.
And hopefully they'll keep it or whatever because
yeah, actually,
I mean people don't like HBO Max. I've been using it a lot lately because it actually has a bunch of good stuff on it.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you just only include like the good stuff that they made themselves, like Game of Thrones, it's got good stuff on it.
I want to see. I just want to see what the contract looks like. That HBO Max. Oh, well, hold on. HBO Max brokered a reported $425 million deal for all episodes of Friends.
Wait,
Yeah, but it pays out over the period.
Wait, how much? 400.
So how long did they have?
$425 million.
Yes, but over how many years?
Yeah, that's my next question.
Let's see.
I used to think that when athletes signed like those big deals, I thought they were getting it all year one.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I was like, whoa, no way.
I want to be a professional athlete, but then it's like $300 million, 12 years.
Which is still obscene.
Yeah, it's still like $20 million a year at least.
And I just always, I don't know why I always thought like, oh yeah, they get it all up front.
I'm trying to look.
They do get signing bonuses, even though you can't hear me right now.
Who gets signing bonuses?
Athletes.
Yeah, and then don't some of them, like, I don't know, the contracts differ based on like the type of sport, right? Because sometimes it's like guaranteed money and sometimes it's like...
Well,
baseball is guaranteed money. Football is not guaranteed.
Basketball is also good. Football is really one of the only sports where it's not guaranteed. So they'll say like your contract is worth $20 million over 3 years, but then really what you're definitely going to get no matter what is like $9 million. The rest of it is like through incentives. Like you make the Pro Bowl, you have this many tackles, you have this many rushing yards, and if you get to those incentives, then you actually get the value of your contract.
Which is absurd, but whatever.
Right. And then it also gives the teams in the NFL a lot more leeway in being able to just cut players.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, really, because like you said, the contract is $20 million. You just signed them, last season. So they're like, we still technically only owe them $6 million. The other $15 million that supposedly we owe them. We don't actually. So we're really only taking a $6 million cap hit by just cutting them.
That's how they navigate the salary caps, right?
Right. So, and baseball's not that way, and basketball's not that way because the players' associations have a lot more leeway, a lot more power because of all the lockouts. There was the basketball lockouts. There were the baseball lockouts in 1990. I think 1994. That was the year there was no World Series. There were baseball lockouts during the World Series, so there wasn't a World Series in 1994.
Because the player association was...
Yeah, because all the players went on strike. So...
Dang, did not Alex Rodriguez, Jeter, did he go on strike?
No, Jeter was a rookie, I want to say in 95, 96.
He wasn't around in 94?
I don't think so. I mean...
When was his debut season?
I mean, he won Rookie of the Year, I want to say in 96 or 97. So I just want to see what did HBO pay Warner Brothers to be able to stream Dune?
That's so crazy. He only played for the Yankees his whole career.
Yeah, and Buster Posey only played for the Giants.
Yeah, I actually saw a crazy stat about Buster Posey. He caught like 1,027 games or something like that. Guess how many pass balls he had?
27.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That is GOAT status. Yeah, okay. Derek Jeter's MLB debut was May 29th, 95.
He won it in 95?
His debut was 95.
So he won Rookie of the Year in 95?
Actually, he won Rookie of the Year in 96.
Okay. I guess he wasn't eligible for Rookie of the Year in 95 then.
God, he has so many awards.
Yeah.
14-time All-Star, 5-time World Series, 1 World Series MVP, AL Rookie of the Year, 5 Gold Gloves, 6 Silver Sluggers, 2 Hank Aaron's, 1 Roberto Clemente, a New York Yankees captain, and then he got his fucking number retired, and he has a monument. That is a legend.
Wow.
Guess what he's first ballot, guess what his percentage was on his vote? Do you know this?
He wasn't unanimous. Derek Jeter's? I know, because this actually pissed me off, because he should have been unanimous. He missed it by 1 vote.
1 vote. And
King Griffey Jr. was the same way. King Griffey Jr. missed it by 1 vote.
Yeah.
There's never been a unanimous Hall of Famer on the first ballot.
Yeah. And there was actually, whenever he got inducted into the Hall of Fame, his speech was like, thank you to everyone that voted for me, except that one person. I don't know if he called their name out, but...
He definitely didn't. That's not his style.
But yeah, he definitely let them know that it was like, thanks, but you.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm trying to see what HBO Max paid Warner Brothers, but I guess you're not going to be able to find that out. But it'd be interesting because I'm sure part of that box office that they can claim Dune actually got was maybe coming from HBO.
Well, did you ever hear those, like the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit with Disney about them streaming Black Widow? I think at the same time that they put it in theaters.
Yeah, and they were streaming on HBO, weren't they? No, they were streaming on Disney Plus.
And you could buy it like Premier Access for like $15, $20 or whatever. And she sued them over it because she wasn't getting any of the money from that.
Oh, was she getting royalties from the movie for box office tickets?
That was like a part of her negotiated deal, and she sued them over that. Which, I mean,
did she win? She probably did, because then she also
settled.
Yeah,
I didn't actually keep up with the story.
Wow, actually,
I get why she would sue them though.
In '92, there was a scout for the Astros that was lobbying the Astros, like, hey, when Derek Jeter comes around, pick him up. Pick up Derek Jeter. They got the first round pick one year and took Phil Nevin for $700,000. He quit immediately and was like, nope, I told y'all to get Jeter.
Yeah. So, yeah, they settled. You're right. I don't know what the settlement was.
$7 billion.
But the thing about the guaranteed money is with Alex Rodriguez, when he played for the Rangers, they signed him this fat contract, and I don't know what happened, but he ended up going to the Yankees, and then while he was playing for the Yankees, he was getting paid by the Yankees and the Rangers because the baseball money's guaranteed, so they can't just close his contract and say, since you're somewhere else, we're not going to pay you. He got paid by 2 teams. Loopholes.
Okay, so go back.
That same thing happened in Moneyball, right? They took I can't remember his name.
Billy Bean.
Johnny Damon,
Was it? Yeah, I think it was.
Giambi.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't Giambi. Giambi had left the A's, and they picked up some like old player.
David Justice, where the
Yeah, they picked
Yankees were paying the A's to not play for them.
Yeah,
basically.
they were paying him half his
Contract.
salary,
They're like, get him off. Like, take half his salary away from our cap, or like from our cap, from our payroll. So yeah, that's how that works. So go back to the Black Widow thing, real quick. Black Widow earned $380 million worldwide at the box office at the time of this printing, which was about 2 months ago. So it's probably a little bit more, but not much more. Anyways, point is, Scarlett Johansson was entitled to a royalty of that $380 million, but also through Disney Plus Premier Access, Black Widow made $60 million. So then she would also be entitled to that $60 million also. But then they also said, their counter argument was that she got paid $20 million to do the movie initially, but then through litigation for several months, they just settled. So,
well, I think the counter argument isn't just that she got paid. I feel like the counter argument would be like, we didn't tell you that we would pay you for the Premier Access.
right.
Your contract stipulates that you get movie theater royalties, not Premier Access.
But I'm sure she wouldn't have even pursued if she didn't think she had a case. So
I think the case was just purely publicity. I honestly think that. I mean, she sued because she knew that, like, they're not gonna just like have like one of their biggest stars be constantly suing them. They're like, this is painful. Let's just settle with her.
right. So,
Also, a friendly judge might have given her some money. So, who knows?
anyways,
It's been a good one.
you think so?
Yeah, just to end, closing topic. In the year 2020, guess how much money Dude Perfect made just from their YouTube videos?
Just in 2020.
As a side note, Dude Perfect lives in Frisco, Texas, which is
Yeah.
where I lived. Which
I
is
thought they lived in College Station.
no.
They met each other at A&M.
Okay, so they live in Frisco.
Yeah.
And just in 2020 during COVID, there's what, 6 of them? Plus like 3 or 4 production guys.
Yeah, but just like the salary, not the salary, but like the gross revenue from 2020,
$10 million.
25.
Holy.
$25 million.
This is the Mega Twister 63,000. Boom, $25 million. Like
Winners.
Over the whole year. So then they probably split that 6 ways, and I'm sure.
each of them take maybe $3 or $4 million.
Right, which that's still a lot of money to make in 1 year. Just
That's a dub.
throwing basketballs into basketball goals.
That's a dub.
Yeah, that is a dub. All right. Anyways,
It's been a good one.
yeah.
Good one, guys.